We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of shrimp, if I see it, I cop it. I'm that kid, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it. We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of shrimp, if I see it, I cop it. I'm that kid, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
Yeah, if I see it, I cop it. Running through stores, if I see it, I rock it. Yeah, girl, if you see it, I got it. Run it up more, we need all the profit. 100 racks back up in summer 16. Spent that whole bag on a whole summer dream. Life's complicated, no Avril Lavigne. Copped a new condo to blow out some steam. All these rappers just rapping in triplets. Pushing that product, just got a new shipment. Pushing that roll 50 over the limit. Cushion that blow, I don't get why they with it. We at the top and we throwing the game. All of these peasants will know of my name. All of these blessings, we staying the same. The drip is fluorescent, I'm going insane. Royal genetics all up in my veins. Back me a real one and gave her my name. All of these issues, but no one to blame. Praying that God will just show me the way. Changing the gang, got the source code, and I'm off-road and my horses go skirt. One in the same day, of course, no, we in first, yo, all my niggas we were. Faking the fame, but we all know, cause the source told all you niggas just learn. Talking and saying y'all pseudo, and it's true though, y'all just popping them perks. Taking the stage, got a few shows, let the crew know it's a clouse in the dirt. I am the king and it's my throne, y'all are kind though, they keep calling me Zerx.
We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of shrimp, if I see it, I cop it. I'm that kid, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it. We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of shrimp, if I see it, I cop it. I'm that kid, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
We only got one life, I'ma get that. If you with that, do not sit back and just wish that you had it. Despite all your witchcraft and your riffraff, this is my gift and you wish that you had it. Tonight, gonna bump trap, gonna thump that. Drums in the back and you know that we have it. Girls like where the one at, need to run back. Flee from these niggas, you know that they savage. They acting macho like they Randy Savage. They call me Pablo, the kingpin is at it. I am Apollo, you Rocky, I've had it. Y'all can just follow cause niggas is slacking. I am Jack Sparrow, my verses is cracking. I am the ghost and you rappers is Pac-Man. Out in the coast and I'm getting more blacking. Y'all acting hairy, I'm grabbing the waxing.
Top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lobster and shrimp, if I see it, I cop it. I am that kid, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
You already know this is about to be stupid. Ay,
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your face me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, this a new range, new page. Got me in a new country, new stage. I ain't signed no deal, I'm too paid. I do not have chill, I'm too crazy. I do not take L's, I'm too Brady. I might be frosted, I'm not flaky. Don't know what it cost me, it's all gravy. Turn on that faucet and just pay me. Whoa, we gon' get it, bring it back. Maybe Donald is a Mac. Couple bottles, empty glass. New machine, I'm sending facts. Bump the headline, check the facts. I'm not a gangster, but I'm a gorilla. Hop on them drums when I'm feeling J Dilla. Come get your lady, cause I'ma just steal her. How about the range, whoa? Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange, whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your face me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. There's There's no comparison. Black in America, little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't mention it. That's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist. Send him my sentiments. Neck full of sediments. Caught me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Dropped an investment in Silicon Valley. All of this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just scoot to Miami. Drums are so loud that they break in the chassis. King of the grass like a Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors I labels as testing. How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. How about the range? Whoa. Yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa. Man, it's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Ayy, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swoley open nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swoley open nuts on they chin. Like Everson K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swole, anything different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. In cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking. Nuts on they pounds of Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My bennies are blue, but the product is green.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, Beaches, Booshes, Bustas, Hustlers, and Yo-Hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you Beashes. Welcome to the show, 3406, Tuesday, September the Dose. Welcome, we're live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole, and of course, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Subscribe to the show, share with your friends. We are helping you make sick fucking gains and go to the fucking gym every day because that's just what we do. That's what we do here on the Mancast. We help you get absolutely jacked. And you can join the fam over at swolenormousx.com if you're interested in joining our exclusive private community. And we have an app with all the downloadables. We have everything you need in the Swolenormous app. You can check it out in App Store and Google Play. You can access all of our programs, master classes, hundreds of yoga classes, meditation sessions, everything you need in the palm of your hand. I can't even list them all. There's so many cool features with the app, and it helps you access all of our amazing content even more swiftly and easily. And go check it out, swolenormousx.com. Thanks for being here. Let's get into today's episode. We have our first. We're going to talk about the new merch that we dropped yesterday, but before, we're going to give a shout out to this.
What's in the box?
Sexy beast, the genius CEO, rocking his awesome Swoleopoly merch. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at the guns. Showing off the guns. Flexing on all you beaches. We talk about Everest and K2 flexing on all you beaches, and the genius CEO is flexing on all of you beaches. So let it be known, you have been flexed upon, and it's up to you to return the flex. You have to make gains, and then you have to return the flex. So thanks for repping the merch. Great pick, great flex. Nice shades, by the way. Keep on making those gains. And of course, today I am rocking the Fuck Your Pumpkin Spice merch. Yesterday, over at papaswolio.com, we dropped Only You Can Prevent Obesity. That's right. Get some gorillas. It's a bear.
You switch the
sound. I don't have a bear growl. Smokey the Bear, or should I say Swoley the Bear, got the GTTFG on the hat, beard logo on the belt. Only you can prevent obesity. Get huge. You want to be obese on the BMI scale, but you want to be jacked. You want to be so jacked and so muscular and so lean that the BMI scale thinks you're absolutely morbidly obese. Not really morbidly obese, but morbidly obese with gains. I love the BMI because it says I'm obese with gains. So I appreciate that. All right, fam, we have some very important shit to get into. Now we are getting into
what's in the box?
Dishes. Rate my meal. Let's do it. Rate my meal. Yum, yum. Rate my meal. Let's get into it. Swole fam is eating good in the neighborhood. We hope. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck me. Inside out, sideways. Fuck. Rough start.
What do you mean?
Earmuffs. If you had kids listening, earmuffs. Fuck this shit. Brian Harris, what are you doing? Is that a Tony's pizza? Is that a Celeste pizza? What are you doing over here, bro? No. Let me clarify. That looks like a great value pizza. Meaning low value, meaning Walmart. Is that a Walmart pizza, Brian? Is that a Walmart pizza?
Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
Brian.
Wow.
I don't know what to say. That's not how we start off a show, Brian. That's not how we start off a show. That's a rough start. I could stay here for an hour and just rage. That's frustrating. Nothing fancy? No shit, it's nothing fancy. You're showing like half of frozen pizza. Just some leftover pizza from last night. It's not even fresh. It's old shit pizza. God damn it. Someone get this man a steak. Let me see your avatar. Now we're going to go deep. Now we're going to go hunting on you, Brian. It looks like you're on a motorbike in your picture. I recommend this. I recommend selling that bike in your avatar and using that money to buy a steak. Okay, Brian. My goodness. My goddamn goodness. Yeah, if you're making pizza with chicken crust, if you're making a protein pizza using really good ingredients and you're home making it, obviously the ingredients matter. So you can make something pizza-esque if you want some cheese and some chicken and you want a flat circle or something to eat. Otherwise, eat some beef. Caleb Johnson, salmon, cottage cheese, and bacon for strict keto. Cottage cheese seems to be making a comeback. A lot of people still eating cottage cheese, huh? A lot of people eating cottage cheese. It's making a comeback. I eat more bland or simple if I'm nauseated. Sometimes cheating a bit helps, but then I cheat too much and it ruins ketosis. Yeah, keto is... Look, I'm just going to be honest. I've tried keto. That's long-term. It's not really ideal. You have issues with electrolytes and the high fat intake is rough. It's rough. When you're lifting heavy weights, you're going to need carbohydrates, but of course nutrient timing matters. The meal looks good. That's a weird combination. I have never in my life eaten salmon and cottage cheese in close proximity. So I'm not sitting here knocking this meal. You put it out there and it's rate my meal. So I'm going to rate it. And I like these three foods. I don't have anything wrong with like raw cottage cheese. I don't get anything wrong with like quality dairy products. You guys know that. Bacon, I'm a fan. Salmon, sure, I'll eat salmon. The combos, this is what I'm really surprised with. This is what I'm really surprised with when it comes to the rate my meals. Interesting combination. I feel like this is the problem with the whole macro situation. When people only try to fit things into macros or not focusing on ingredients. I'm not saying Caleb, I'm just using this as an example because it kind of grosses me out. But when you're focusing on macros, anything that has fat, I'll just eat anything with fat in it. It's like, together, cottage cheese, salmon, and bacon. I don't think I've ever even had salmon and bacon together. Of course, anything goes with bacon. I've never had bacon and cottage cheese together, I don't believe. These are three things that I believe God made to be consumed separately. And Caleb was like, fuck the rules. Well, as long as you are able to not blow out your butthole with this. All right. Interesting combo. I'll say it. Kaysen Williamson, grass-fed beef, onions, and mushrooms. I do appreciate, but no. I appreciate no, that's not what that is. That's not what that is. That's a troll post. That's a troll. Kaysen, you're banned. You're banned. You're gone. You're out. You're out. That's a bunch of frozen burritos. God damn. So either you're trolling or you're really eating that. If you're really eating that, God help you. But if that's a troll post, cool story. Just frozen burritos. Eddie Sadorsky, breakfast this morning. What we got here? We got a little guac on the plate. We got a fried egg. And we got some steak. I'll take it. Mine. I'm eating at Eddie's house. Jacob Bickley. Definitely an inspired meal. Steak, eggs, avocado, and onions. Yeah, all right. Now we're getting somewhere. I
like it.
Right.
Casey on the Sunshine Band.
Jan says tartare steak, which just means raw. You're just eating raw. You sure that's steak? That doesn't look like a steak to me. That looks like a burger patty. That's risky. Got some garlic, got an egg yolk on it. I'm assuming that's raw too. And then a bunch of bread. That's a weird combo. Hopefully that's like sourdough bread. I would highly recommend making sure that you're getting rid of like ultra processed breads, making it yourself or getting some fresh sourdough. But that's interesting, right? It's interesting when you see someone that's eating, I'm just eating beef and raw egg. And it's like, okay, you're eating raw and then you're going to eat bread. It's a weird thing to throw back in if it's really like a health pursuit, unless that's sourdough bread. The glyphosate and atrazine and all the stabilizers and preservatives in processed bread. Make it yourself or get it fresh, sourdough bread or something like that. But, well, and tomatoes. interesting. People eat different things. Look, this is an example that everyone's stomach can handle different shit. Everyone's taste profile is different too. But, you know, that's some pretty good stuff. You got beef, you got egg. All right. Matthew Levarge. Is this making people hungry? Or is this like, this is risky. This is risky behavior. Matthew Levarge says top fan on Facebook. Thank you. Look at the avatar. Hey, come on. Check out. Let's get into that avatar. What do you guys notice about that avatar? The smile? Yes. The hands behind the back? The good posture? Or perhaps do you notice the merch? The Ozempic gym merch. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that merch. I had to zoom in. I noticed it. I could sense Papa Swolio merch from an avatar from a mile away. Love it. Florida grass-fed beef. Ooh, Florida freedom beef. Local Keys, spiny lobster. Oh, are you in the Keys? And sweet potato. Look at that. Good meal. Good choice. All right. Golf clap. Respect. We're wrapping up here. We got two more. This one is going to really hurt. So I don't know which one was the worst one. The troll pose, the burritos. Then we had the cottage cheese and salmon. I'm not really that upset about the cottage cheese and salmon and bacon. All right, keto. People are going to go through their phases. The pizza, huge miss. This one might be worse. This one might be worse than all of them. This is from Prin Puxumporn. Well, that can't be a real name. There's no way that's a real name. No joke, this is my lunch. Well, I wish you said it was a joke. Now, actually, I don't really know what's in this because it's in a language that I'm not even going to pretend to even try to say. Yuzu orange, +1, plus keen, plus cleans. 65 gram, high protein, low fat, low sugar. I don't know what language that is. So 65 grams of protein. It says collagen, 2 grams. It might not be that bad. And the reason why I say that is because it's from another country. So I don't know what they put in it. And sometimes other countries have better ingredient profiles, and certain things that are standard in the United States are going to be banned or illegal. So a lot of other countries don't allow GMOs. They might not allow certain stabilizers. So I don't know what's actually in this, but I mean, that's not a lunch. Let's just put it that way. But it's a protein shake, I'm assuming, of sorts. High protein. Who knows what else is in it? Yuzu taste is weird. Is that a thing? You guys know what yuzu is? Is that actually a thing? I mean, is that something that people know? All right. Where was that from? Indonesia or something? Thailand. Roberto Arcangeli. 300 grams of salmon and a salad. Oh, isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? Aww. All right. We got a lot of people eating fish. A lot of fish peeps. A lot of fish peeps in the house. All right, let's get into that tip.
Just an inch. Let's
go into some swole
text.
Outside. Fam, I sent out a swole text this weekend. What's the biggest change you've noticed when your recovery is dialed in? Now, we've talked about the 7 pillars. We will continue to talk about the 7 pillars. That's the foundation of what we do here. And recovery is a lot more than just sleep. Recovery is hydration. Recovery is proper programming. Recovery is meditation. Recovery is lowering cortisol. Recovery has a lot of different components, has some from the other pillars. Of course, the pillars support one another, and there's interactions between the 7 pillars. So what's the biggest change you've noticed when your recovery is dialed in? Jeff says, I've noticed that my sleep is better. If I let my mobility or yoga sessions slide, my hips or legs cramp up during the night and I toss and turn trying to get comfortable. For context, I'm on my feet most of the day on a concrete floor. So, okay, hips or legs cramp up. I would recommend, if you're not, sounds like that's a magnesium deficiency, electrolytes. That's a big sign for magnesium deficiency is cramping. So yes, mobility or yoga important, but I would also look into magnesium glycinate or something of the like at night. Just some thoughts if Jeff is watching live. Are you supplementing with magnesium? Michelle Yobish, I've noticed that certain body parts do not hurt as long. Usually some yoga and mobility the next day after lifting does the trick. Also, I look forward to lifting instead of dreading it. Good stuff. Don't stress yourself out unnecessarily. Vasco says, definitely the PRs. I've been steadily increasing my numbers. When I was training literally every single day and killing myself, I plateaued. Once I started taking your advice and added rest days into my routine, it completely changed things. It was like uncorking a bottle, and suddenly my strength shot up like nobody's business. This is the breaking point or the turning point that you have to experience yourself. I can talk about doing less. I could talk about adding in more recovery or low intensity days. I could say that until I'm blue in the face and people, well, I like going to the gym. I need to go to the gym. I have to train. But what about doing a 5-day split or a 6-day split? What about doing upper lower every day, upper lower, and then resting on Sundays? It's like, you're not recovering at all, period. Once you realize it's not that less is more. This is the misinterpretation. It might be less frequent, but it's not less. It's actually more. It's higher intensity. It's more progressive overload. It's more focused and intentful training. It's just less junk. It's less fatigued work. You're allowing your body to get back to 100% so you can send that sharp signal again and then recover quickly and then do it again. And the question is, how often can you send that sharp signal that you can recover from, that you like, that you enjoy, that's getting you the results that you want? So it's not that you're doing it less, it's that you might be training every other day. And psychologically, it doesn't mean you can't do physical activity. Go do some other physical activity. You don't have to lift heavy weights every day. You can go for a walk. You can do some sprints. You can understand that any kind of intense activity or fatiguing activity is going to potentially negatively affect your progress with your lifting if you overdo it, if it eats into that recovery. What's your priority? And less oftentimes is more. More, get rid of junk volume. Victoria says, when I give myself time to recover, I don't get injured. I also have better workouts. Indeed. That's literally what we just talked about. That's that simple. It's that simple. So good stuff. Good stuff. We got some more from the Swole fam. Join us over at SwoleNormusX.com. Danny boy, new shirt. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. Let's get some gorillas for you. Look at that Main Gains shirt. I love that logo. Thank you for picking up the merch. The beard's looking good. Keep on using those Main Gains. Enjoy. Love the merch. Love the merch. Came out really nice. Looks good on you too. Good color. John says, what's the word on grounding mats, specifically grounding sheets or grounding mats? The glorious algorithms have decided to overwhelm my news feeds with ads for grounding this and grounding that. I think it's probably a net positive. I don't think having copper sheets or having bedding that grounds is going to be a negative. I think if anything, it's probably a net positive, but you might not notice a difference. I do think you should be keeping Wi-Fi and stuff. You should essentially have like a Faraday cage around your bed. But, that's a whole other level of production. I don't even have that yet. But I think grounding is important. I think it's essential. But that's just going outside, walking around barefoot, getting some sun. So I'm not against grounding mats. I don't have any personal experience. Some of you might have tried it. And I think a lot of the grounding mats are relatively inexpensive if you wanted to try it. But some people have rigged their bedding and they put like a copper cord and they run that, they do whatever. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I don't have any personal experience, but grounding is definitely important. So how effective those products are, if you have something, you could drop in the comments. There's also different mats. I think they're called like shock T mats where they have like the spikes and stuff that can hit certain pressure points and relieve some tension. But a lot of these things, it's not that they're bad or gimmicks or scams. It's just people have different approaches and they're going to try different things, or they'll create something that they like and then they promote and other people seem to like it. Some people don't. So there's a lot of tools out there, whether or not it's very easy to go down a rabbit hole and just start using everything and buying every gadget and every toy. And then you have all these things and you're taking all these supplements and pills. And I can't go to bed unless I'm taking these 3 pills and this gram of this and this gram of this. And I have to lay on my mat and I have to do this 5 minutes of journaling and 5 minutes of meditation. You do all this optimization stuff and it just becomes a hindrance in your life. You really want to hit more of a flow state where you're doing things naturally, where you're focusing on the fundamentals, and the basics matter more. The basics matter more when it comes to not eating super late, turning the bright lights off, turning the red lights on, reading, de-stressing, turning off the TV, getting off your phone, like stuff like that for sleep and for peace and for quiet. That's really more important to quiet the mind. In general, a lot of times I think that just has more benefits. All right, let's get into some questions. Fam, drop in the comments, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. If you have a question, drop it, hashtag Ask Purposewolio. I don't know if we had any questions earlier. Sterling, can always count on Sterling with a question. Early in the show, I just scrolled back up and I saw one. So drop your questions if you're watching live, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Make sure you share the show with your friends. We're live on Rumble and YouTube at The Daily Swole. Sterling says, Papa Swolio, added narrow grip reverse curls to my routine. Easy bar feels better, but am I missing forearm gains by not using a straight bar with full wrist rotation? No, you can't get full pronation. Just hold your arms out. I'll stand here. Like, look. Like, see? If I have my arms here, I can't get. So if I have to go straight, like, why would I want to curl like this? So, no, an easy curl bar. I have the bar that I like to use. An easy curl bar, you just grab on that neutral position because I can't even pronate more than that position, so it's perfect for me. And I actually have a long easy curl bar. I have a rackable easy curl bar. I believe it's Rogue, so I can actually use it in my squat rack. It's not a short bar. I have a short easy curl bar too, but reverse curls are great. Easy curls great. You can use wraps too. You don't need to freehand it. So if you use wrist wraps, you can lock in and really work your brachioradialis. If you really want big forearms and just bigger overall arms, understand that you're wearing t-shirts and stuff. You want muscular forearms, and everyone's forearms are different. There's genetics involved too, but you want to train your brachioradialis because that bulk on the top of your forearm at the bottom of your biceps will amplify your biceps from an aesthetic standpoint. Reverse curls are great. I do them. I do reverse curls pretty much every other day. I'll do 2 sets. I'll do 2 sets of reverse curls oftentimes to start off my leg workouts. And I'll usually do a set of reverse curls at the end of an upper body day. Because it's small muscle, so it recovers quickly. I don't overdo it. Sterling says, I saw someone doing a straight bar and it looked difficult. It is. It's less comfortable on the wrist. And there's a lot of different bars. I have a bar where like the handles can rotate. So you can find different bars. There's different gimmicks. You could use cables. You could use the wrist, like the ankle straps and do a cable and just pronate your hand. You know, you have to use your wrist. You could just use like a cuff around your forearm. I'll do different things, different strength profile, depending on what I feel. Sometimes I feel like doing cables with 2 arms with cuffs. Sometimes I'll strap onto a bar. Sometimes I'll do single arm. Sometimes I'll do my easy curl bar. Sometimes I'll feel like preacher. There's just a lot of different variety. So bottom line, you do the variety that you want. You do the style that you want, and then just progressively overload. So this is where, given there's so many choices, you could do reverse curls, I guess, technically with kettlebells. You could do them with bands. You could do them. There's so many different options. Pick one that you like that's stable, and then progressively overload. You don't have to stick to one. You just don't want so much variety that you're never being consistent or you get enough focus on a certain movement. But if one day you're going to a gym and the bars are taken and you go over to the cable machine, like, you're not going to lose your gains. Cool. Set your standard for what that weight is. Try to progressively overload that. And sometimes you can do free weights and sometimes you can do cables. If you like the cables more, then just do the cables only. You don't have to do the free weights. So I'll mix it up based on what I feel like doing, because if you feel like doing something or in the mood for doing a certain exercise, that's a great sign that you're going to be more consistent, because you're going to look forward to training because you want to do it. Sometimes I'll get locked on a certain machine where I'll just do I'll do the hack squat. I'll have a certain machine in my programming for a while, and then I won't do some other ones for a while. And then I kind of ran the course with this machine, or it's bothering me, or I kind of just, all right, I don't feel like doing that anymore. And then I'll go to a leg press and I'll do the leg press for a few weeks and I'll cycle that in for a little while. And then I'll get bored with that and then I'll move to a different machine. But you're doing the same types of things, right? You want, for legs, for example, you want a hip hinge. You want some sort of leg curl. It doesn't have to be every single workout, but you want some sort of quad work, whether it's a quad bias squat or leg press or a leg extension. Cool. And you want to make sure you're getting your adductors too, whether you're doing an adductor machine or you're doing a deep Bulgarian split squat or step back lunges or something for the glutes and for the adductors or RDLs. So just pick different things that you like, stick to them for a while, progressively overload them. And if you feel like they're getting stale or your progress has kind of like hit a limit, sometimes you'll make progress for a while and then you're kind of like, I'm not really making any more progress. Cool. Mix it up, go to something else, maybe come back to that later. Sometimes things just run their course for a while. But you don't have to change movements either. If you like the certain ones that you're doing, just keep on getting stronger with those. You don't have to mix it up all the time. You don't have to mix up at all. Lone Wolf, 4728. What bicep size is considered acceptable after 6 months of gym for skinny starters? This question is absolutely inconsequential. What bicep size is acceptable? I have no idea. Who cares? Are you getting stronger? Are you building muscle? Cool. How about what your bicep size was and where it is now? After 6 months, I don't know, you could do dog shit workouts for 6 months and make no progress. For skinny starters, what do you mean? Someone with no muscle mass? Most people have low muscle mass. So I don't know what's considered acceptable. Who cares? Get stronger, get bigger. If you're asking that question, then you have a long way to go. So keep on working hard. Matthias, the man. Air bike, cardio, or rowing machine? I don't do either. So I don't do either. I'm not a big fan of like the hunched over position for cardio. I think people should be more, they have enough movement compensation. So if I'm going to do cardio, I'll do sprints, I'll do jump rope, I'll go for a walk, I'll do the sauna, or I'll do my VersaClimber. I don't have an air bike. I don't have a rowing machine. I have no interest in doing those kinds of repetitive movements. The VersaClimber is much more dynamic. It's getting upper body. It's like an air bike. It's much harder than an air bike. VersaClimber is probably the hardest piece of cardio equipment. Arguably, of course. But, sitting on a stool and like, everyone's going to have their preferences. So I choose neither, personally. If you guys like one of those, you could drop in the comments. But I am a fan of doing higher intensity and shorter intervals. You don't need tons of cardio. You don't need to beat yourself up. But you do need to get into those higher zones. So it's good to have things like sauna. It's good to have things like sprinting, sled work, stuff like that, jump rope. But then, higher intensity interval training. I think there's other ways to get benefits from cardio and not create more compensations or poor postural distortions in your body. But I'm not saying if you do an air bike, you're going to bang up your posture, but Taralorum. I've actually thought about it. I don't know if I wouldn't necessarily throw the money now, but I'm definitely interested in potentially getting one of those, free running, like Woodway, curved treadmills and stuff. Those are cool. If you don't have like open space to sprint. We have a big backyard, but getting up to like a full sprint, by the time I'm getting to like a full sprint, I have to like slow down and decelerate. Tara Lurum, do you drink alcohol? No. If Mama Soul and I go to get oysters or something, and sometimes she likes to have some wine, maybe I'll have like a glass of white wine or something with it, but not really. I don't have any interest in alcohol anymore. So the answer is net no. Ash Williams, 5569. How to get bigger chest. Any tips? Yes. Get stronger. Pick some different movements, whether it's free weight or machine. Great to have a couple things that you want when it comes to chest is horizontal adduction, bringing the arms to the midline of the body, and the upper chest will work a little bit more with shoulder flexion. So getting some sort of like shoulder flexion with adduction, bringing the arms together will work the chest. So I could have different tips based on seeing your form. Okay, definitely form matters. Form is very important, and having good form to execute the movement properly. But a lot of people don't do the fundamentals of just basic progressive overload. They're going to the gym and just doing exercise. This exercise is going to get me big. It's not the exercise, how you do it. It's how you prepare for it. It's how you stimulate. And that's the next time. Remember, progressive overload is what your body allows you to do. So if you go from doing 5 reps on exercise to 6 reps to 8 reps to 10 reps, then you add more weight, you go back to 6 reps and you do that for 7, for 8. Based on your stimulus, based on your recovery, based on your volume, all the stuff that you're doing, you're getting stronger. You're building muscle over time. So that's very important to understand. A lot of people don't train with enough intent. The exercise matters much less than the intent behind it and what you're trying to accomplish and how you execute. If you just go to the gym, put on a couple plates, and just do reps for a while, sure, you might build some muscle from a zero standpoint, but you're just going and moving. You're doing 3 sets or 4 sets. You're going based on feel and, oh, that burns, and let me do something else. You're going and you're doing work. You're not necessarily providing the stimulus. Remember, the stimulus is not just any kind of rep. The stimulus is something that is challenging you with mechanical tension that you haven't experienced before. It's something that you want your body to try to reach for and to adapt for the next session. That allows you to get another rep or another pound. I am Liam Willie, Papa Swolio. How do I honestly get over getting discarded and dumped by my now ex? Time and purpose and intent. You're going to look back and realize that this person, well, hopefully you look back and realize this person wasn't right for you anyway. A lot of times people feel broken and empty because they're not a complete person themselves. Or you weren't a good read of people. You didn't have yourself figured out, so you were kind of codependent on someone else. It's time. Focus on improving yourself, learning, educating, building your business, making money, planning for your future, low time preference, get jacked, go to the gym, build muscle, focus on yourself, focus on improving yourself, and you'll find someone else. Lift heavy. Now you got more time to make some sick gains. Rick for Pascal. Papa Soya, how do you know that I'm scrolling on IG? Oh, I know. And you're scrolling on IG. I know. You're scrolling right now, aren't you? Aren't you, Rick? Most people are scrolling. That's how you use social media. You scroll. So I know you're scrolling. And you're slacking. Arun Zivateja. Papa Swolio, which workout split is best for cutting fat and gaining muscle? I tried many, but they ain't working. Because you ain't doing it right. It's not the split, it's your effort. Splits can change. The split doesn't really matter. Progressive overload, eating better food. Join us over at soulnormousx.com. Download the 7 pillars and get started there because, yeah, you didn't try. Trying is fine, but you're not doing it right. So if you're not getting results, you're not doing it right. Okay, let's get into some more. Let's get into some more stuff. Any other questions? We got a couple videos. Any other questions? Hashtag get swole. Drop in the comments. People don't realize that you can have a gym membership. You could have a gym membership and not get results. Just because you go to the gym and work out doesn't mean you're going to get results. There are a lot of people that have gym memberships. Take a look at Planet Fitness. 95%, maybe 98% of the people that have gym memberships at Planet Fitness don't get results. I would say, what do you think the percentage is of people that don't get results in the gym that have gym memberships, right? So I'm trying to get people to the fucking gym. I always say, go to the fucking gym, go to the fucking gym. How many people go to the fucking gym and don't get results? So getting to the gym is one thing. Cool. You're setting aside the time to go to the fucking gym, but you still need to know what to do. You can make marginal progress just by going on the treadmill and doing some random shit. It's more than zero. So that's a stimulus. But then are you actually training with intent? So what we do now, what we do in the Swole Fam is we make sure that the training, what you do is with intent. You have the 7 pillars. Are you doing these things? Are you working on these 7 things with intent? Are the habitual changes that you make in your life following these principles? Are they improving those 7 things with intent? I don't train without intent. I'm not just going to go do random shit. I might go do a little sled work and there might be some variety like, hey, I'm going to go do the sled. Maybe I'll pull it sideways. Maybe I'll walk back a little bit. Maybe I'll push the sled. Those details aren't that important to me. But when I'm going in, I'm training and I'm lifting, I'm picking an exercise with a certain intent. I'm going in with a certain purpose, with a certain rep that I'm trying to hit, with a certain weight I'm trying to do, with a certain form. I am trying to make improvements with my form, with my execution, with my intensity in order to make progress. It's a function. I'm trying to do A so I get B. And a lot of people just go and they think that I bought, how do I get more muscle? What protein should I buy? So they buy some fucking whey protein and they take creatine. And I'm not seeing results. I've been going to the gym for 6 months. Bro, I used to be in so many gyms, training so many clients. I would see people for 5 or 10 years and they never change. Never change. Okay? There are a lot of people at your gym. Everyone on the treadmills usually looks the same. They're on the treadmills all the time. They never look different. Most people in the gym will never look any different. They kind of hit a certain point and they just flatline. So you're having expectations and you feel entitled to results because you're paying for a gym membership. That's not how it works. Do it right. Do it with intent. All right, fam, balls deep. And then we'll wrap up. Hashtag get swole for a chance to win today's swole card. Deep. Let's give away... Well, we'll give that away in a second. A reminder that we did have new releases. Only You Can Prevent Obesity this Thursday. Episodes private for members only. Join us, swolenormousx.com. Download the app. The link is there on your homepage. Roundtable 90. This Thursday, September 4th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Be there. 9:30 to 10:30 this morning. In the morning. Day after tomorrow. It'll be a good time. So we'll see you then for the roundtable. All right. Let's do this one first because the title of the second one is, that's a good closing one. This one's called Fat People Are Oppressed. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What we got today?
Back into a recession, I'm also seeing a lot of people regressing when it comes to, like, the body positivity and fat.
What are you talking about, a recession? Don't talk about things you have no idea about. That's not what's happening at all at this point.
So as we're swinging back into a recession, I'm also seeing a lot of people regressing when
she doesn't know what a recession is.
Like the body positivity and fat phobia takes. But it's really important that you as a leftist, regardless of your personal feelings, acknowledge that fat people as a group are oppressed in our current society. That's not up for debate. That's just true. It's very systemic and it's like very obvious too. I mean, just
well, if you're trying to be a victim, if you're doing everything possible to be pathetic and victimize yourself, fat people are not oppressed. The only thing that's oppressing fat people is gravity, and they don't like it. They're anti-gravity. They're anti-gravity. Maybe those little tic-tac shapes that Navy pilots are seeing over the oceans and stuff, maybe the reason why they're propulsive, maybe fat people have created this. Maybe it's like a fat Wakanda somewhere. Maybe it's like a fat Conda, right? There's some like hidden, highly technical city that's, maybe it's in Atlantis. It's under the water. It's an underwater city because all the fat people sink. I guess they float, right? Because they have high body fat. Anyway, maybe it's a new sci-fi series that I'm doing. So anyway, it's like fat Wakanda. And they created anti-gravity because they hate gravity so much because it pulls them to the center of the core. And oh my God, stairs are so hard. We're going to create anti-gravity propulsion systems. Oh, problem solved. Okay. All right.
Look at the fashion industry. Look at the way that they size clothing.
Fat Wakanda.
That's just true.
Fat Wakanda. Ibambe. 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 Isn't that what they said from like Avengers or something?
It's very systemic and it's like very obvious too. I mean, just look at the fashion industry. Look at the way that they size clothing and what.
Gravity forever. Twinkies forever. Twinkies forever. Ibambe.
Is considered a large and where most fashion brands will tap out providing clothing sizes for people. It's not functionally that much more expensive to go from like a 2X to a 4X. Especially if you're functionally that much more expensive to go from like a 2X to a 4X.
It's like probably 10-20% more material. Is that what we're talking about? Clothes?
If you're a giant fucking fast fashion company. But a lot of companies don't want to do it because it's a little bit more expensive to use that.
It's a lot more expensive. I know this because we make clothing. Yeah, those bigger sizes are more. They're more. If I make a design, let me put it this way. If I make a design, okay, and we have sizes, I think a lot of our shirts, we even have up to like, what's the biggest size that we have? 4X? I don't think it's every single option, but I think there's 4X or 3X at least that we have on the site, whatever they have, whatever the options are. If you're making an extra small, do you guys have any idea how big like a 3 or 4X is relative to an extra small? So you're buying a shirt. Let me see. You're buying a shirt that's like 3 times the material. Yeah, it should be more expensive. Let's see what we got here. Let's just click on Forest Pump. Forest Pump t-shirt. Why is extra small? What? Let me see if I could change that. So we have 4XL. Oh, it's unavailable. Ah. All right, so for what we have, extra small is out of, I guess extra small is out of stock. So if I look at 4XL and like we're paying the same, the shirt is the same cost for extra small and 4X. That's a big difference in shirts. That's a big difference in material. All right, let's continue. Sorry.
But a lot of companies don't want to do it because it's a little bit more expensive to use that much fabric. And also, they don't want their company associated with fat people. They don't want fat people wearing their clothes. Also, look at the way that brands will do regular lines of clothing and then plus size lines of clothing. Everything they fucking can to cover plus size people up. There's less skin, there's more ruffles, there's fuck ass bows on everything. Public transportation, often not built for
There's fuck ass bows on everything. Yeah, you're trying to put lipstick on a pig. Just saying it. You're trying to make someone who does not look healthy and does not look attractive, make them look better. So they put frills. You're like, what do they call it? What do they call like the little Mexican thing? A maca. What do they call those things? Whatever.
Like straight-sized bodies, frankly. Often the seats are as small as possible to conserve space.
Yep.
So if you're a fat person and you need to take public transportation, God forbid you need to fly, you're in a really uncomfortable position.
Yeah, you should be. If you're morbidly obese because you destroyed your body, yeah, that's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be in a really uncomfortable position. It's called gravity. You're in an uncomfortable position because you're morbidly obese. You're in an uncomfortable position because stairs exist. Oh my God, the seats are small. No, you're huge, Maraca. No, the seats are not small. You're massive. The seats are not small. You're fat. Again, the world is not shrinking. You're getting big. I don't look at an anthill and complain, oh my God, they're making the anthill so small I can't even fit. These ants are racist. You're big. You don't need to be a 4XL. The only reason why you should be, and you wouldn't even be a 4XL if you're like 6'5", because the thing is with extra sized shirts, those are made for like fat people. You need to do like big and tall. If you're just tall and you're not wide, you wear like an 4XL. It's going to be way too wide on the side. You need something that's going to cover lengthwise because you're not obese. So I get it if you're very tall. I'm not talking about, and there's no people that are 6'9" watching this show like, you're tall phobic. That's mean. I'm not talking about someone who's like 7'1", right? There's specialty clothing lines and things you do. Like there's a market for that. Not a lot of people are that tall. So, if you are complaining about seats, it's because you are so fucking fat. The world isn't changing. The world isn't fat phobic. You're just fucking grotesque. You don't take care of yourself. Yeah, the world's not going to bend to your will. You could change. You don't have to be morbidly obese, but you choose to. All your habits lead to it. So, we'll give you Matt Damon for that.
Matt Damon.
Okay. Just to address this, I don't know if you're watching today, but someone was mentioning yesterday there are certain sizes or something that was issues with Europe. Everything was out of stock. Whatever the issue was, we found something was broken in the shipping chain. So if you were ordering from Europe, I forget who was asking that. I think it was Drano on YouTube. But if you're watching or listening, that issue was fixed. So it seems like they changed something and then we had to confirm it or something like that. So anyway, those issues should be solved. So you can go and pick up your merch. Thanks for supporting. All right, let's get into another Bars Deep video. That was ridiculous. Those fucking biggers. All right. We should call them biggers. Just guy with a hard B. Gotta say it real clearly, though. Biggers. Gotta say it strong. You gotta make that B very, very obvious. You gotta say it like Billy Madison. Biggers. Okay. U of M. Is that University of Miami? Ending gender care. This is a video.
What's in the box?
This is good news. Gender care. I love how they always talk about it as gender care. Right? Gender affirming care. They're stopping caring for people. They don't care for people anymore. That's the grift. Oh, you're not caring for people? Oh, you're not mutilating. You see that twist? I didn't know cutting off someone's tits because they had a mental illness, or cutting off and inverting their dick to make a hairy vagina, or grafting, taking a piece of skin off their thigh to make a flabby, inflatable skin flap cock that you have to blow up. I didn't realize that was care. I thought it was just mutilation, like some sort of fucking angel of death experimentation. But I guess I was wrong. Anyway, I guess it's care to chop off someone's genitalia. It's very caring. You don't understand their lived experience or their mental illness. All right, let's play this video. Sorry for your eye holes and ear holes.
In light of the announcement from U of M that they would be ending gender affirming care for those.
Yay! I'm just going to stop it right there. Good announcement. Anyone can make that announcement. That announcement's very good. All right, we'll play it from the beginning again. I just wanted to clap because that's good news. Anything you say after this can and will be used against you in the court of Papa Swolio and the Daily Swole and the Swole fam, and we will make fun of you for everything after that first 6-second clip.
In light of the announcement from U of M that they would be ending gender affirming care for those under 19, I wanted...
Jesus Christ, how is this is this going to be controversial? Under 19, that's insane. That's insane. Go think back to when you were 18 years old. Any decision. Forget about the gender mutilation, these lunatic fucking leftists. Go back to when you were 18 years old. Just saying. Let's do a thought experiment. Go back to when you were 18. Was there any decision that you made, any decision at all, when you were 18 that you would go back in time if you were 18 again and you were in, let's say you had a time machine, boom, you woke up, oh, that was a fucking weird dream. I was in a coma. You woke up and you were 18. Is there anything that you did when you were 18 that you would make a different choice knowing what you know now? If you say no, then you're a liar. Would you make any decision differently? Okay. Any decision. It doesn't even matter what it is, big, small, any decision. Everyone's like, Jesus Christ, so many decisions. Yeah, all of them. That's called wisdom. That's why when you have kids, you impart that knowledge to help them avoid those same fucking problems. But of course, people are going to make their own decisions and own problems. And they're like, no, this is the best way. And then you realize, oh, dad was right. Or, okay. Grandparents was right. They were right all along. They told me that I was stupid. And they were right. I was retarded. I fought them and I was angry. And you're dumb. You don't know anything. You get older, like, well, I was definitely dumb. And they were 100% correct. All right. There we go.
I wanted to just make a couple of things clear for people here in Michigan.
Oh, it's Michigan. So U of M, I always just think of University of Miami, but we're pretty based down here in Florida. So U of M, University of Michigan. So that's my bad. I might have said University of Miami. I'm in Florida. So U of M is just automatically U Miami. So, okay. University of Michigan. Now I'm not surprised. Okay. Michigan's a crazy place right now.
in Michigan. Firstly, trans healthcare is still legal here in Michigan for everyone.
Is that supposed to be a flex? Is that good news? Nope, that's completely insane.
There was no change in law that spurred this decision by the University of Michigan, only their own cowardice.
That's not... see, okay, again, this is important to tear apart this bullshit. They're cowardly for ending gender mutilation surgeries. How is that cowardice? Oh, are you afraid? You don't want to cut off a 15-year-old's tits? You don't want to cut off a child's dick? You're a coward. That's some serious next level fucking gaslighting. So who does this actually affect? It affects people that are pussies. Oh, you called me a coward? It's like Back to the Future. That was the thing that I hated about that fucking movie, those movies the most. What are you, chicken? And he's like,
nobody calls me chicken. Yeah.
Hey, McFly, what are you, yellow?
Nobody calls me yellow. Ah.
I hated that part in those movies. It was so stupid. Anyway, you're a coward for not cutting off that girl's tits. Who cares?
Only their own cowardice. There are people currently working tirelessly to fill the gaps created by this decision.
Jokes write themselves. Say it again. Nope. Nope. Say it again. I want to hear it again. I want to hear it. No, I'm playing that again. Listen closely.
People currently working tirelessly to fill the gaps created.
We got people working tirelessly to fill those gaps. You know what that gap is? Well, it used to be a vagina, but now there's a flabby skin flap of a cock there. Fill the gap. That's what she said. Yeah, you're going to fill the gap. You're going to fill it in like a pothole, right? Hey, what's this front hole doing there? Let's just pave over that. We'll make you a Barbie doll.
By this decision, and I would strongly encourage people to follow Equality Michigan for updates and
Equality Michigan. Man, this commie shit is insane. Equality Michigan. Friendship in Michigan. It's equality. We allow equal opportunity mutilation. You can mutilate men and women, boys and girls. Everyone should be able to be mutilated.
Sources. I also want to say unequivocally,
there's no argument to whatever she's going to say. Unequivocally, this is truth, whatever she's going to say after this. That's what that means.
That gender affirming care is essential.
Gender affirming care. Someone with a mental illness comes in. I think I'm a boy. Okay, let's cut off your tits. You're a boy then. You have to. That's essential. That's caring. That's supportive. Gender affirming care is an evil statement. This is how you know these people are fucking evil. And I don't even know if they believe it or they're just completely gone. They're just completely gone. They want to cut off your fucking your daughter's tits. They want to cut off your son's dick. It's essential. It's gender affirming. If you're anorexic, we will make sure that people point at you and call you fat until you starve yourself to death. That's the same thing. That would be how insane that is.
And supported by science.
I can't fucking watch this. I can't stop this every 2 seconds. I know it's annoying. It's not supported by fucking anything. These people commit suicide by massive, massive percentages after these surgeries. These are miserable fucking people that are in desperate need of love and attention that they're not getting from their parents. They're not getting from society. They're not getting from their friend group. They're just getting butchered and brainwashed since they're children. Why do we hate children in this country? Why do these libtards hate their fucking kids? They're going to allow them to be brainwashed and mutilated. What the fuck is wrong with these people? What the fuck is wrong with these people? This is where I'm at. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I also want to say unequivocally that gender affirming care is essential and supported by science.
It's
so
not.
Anyone
at
who
all.
came here to spew nonsense in the comments section can go argue with the wall.
A wall makes more sense. A wall has a higher IQ than this twat. What an evil cunt. I've been generally trying to be nicer in some of these videos. Like, no, this is an evil cunt. That's a sick fucking person. whether she believes it or not, this is just evil. Look at her eyes. It's just dead behind her fucking eyes. Just flat hair. What the fuck are you wearing? What is that? What are you wearing? Like, what's going on in your brain? How do you... I think these people are so weak and so cowardly that they're so afraid of anyone calling them mean that they will just spew all this stuff and make themselves believe that they're being so caring and helpful to other people because they're so afraid of being canceled and ostracized. That's why it's mostly women, because they're so afraid of losing and being, cast out of society. Women are very community oriented and they're just very weak-willed in general. So that's why you have all this. That's why you have the brainwashing is so easy on MSNBC and CNN and these, quote, liberal, I want to say educated, but indoctrinated women. They'll just parrot whatever they're told because it's groupthink. Women are so susceptible to groupthink. That's why it's usually always white, liberal, urban, wealthy. It's always women for the most part. That's why always the fat acceptance, the LGBT, all the stuff that we always watch, it's gay men or it's women. It's never like a dude saying this stuff. It's like, well, you're a male feminist, you're a scumbag, you're just trying to get laid. It's always women. They're just gullible. Just like with all the fads, right? Hydroxycut, fat burners, taking all these fat burners, doing these like maple syrup and lemonade diets. And women just buy all this stupid shit. They buy all this fucking dumb shit. Anyway, and this is nothing to say against women that have like a thought for themselves. Obviously, I'm not insulting women. I'm talking about why it's overwhelmingly just because the way your brains are wired. And unfortunately, people are so afraid. I think, the last decade scared some of these women so much into like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. They are just so bought into all this crap and they feel like it's giving them a little protective shield. And everyone else is standing around looking and like, this person's fucking nuts.
I am not the one, and I do not give a damn. I have spent my entire time in the Michigan House supporting and passing legislation to protect trans Michiganders. And
oh, she's a congresswoman? Jesus fucking Christ, we're cooked. Oh yeah, we're fucking cooked. I didn't even realize that. It says Rep. Lori Poe, whatever in her. Oh, we're fucking done. You elected this fucking idiot?
I'm in the Michigan House supporting and passing legislation to protect trans Michiganders.
Trans Michiganders? That sounds like an old musical. Trans Michiganders, trans Michiganders, trans Michiganders. We have no dicks. We'll make your tits into a flat chest. We'll take your penis and make it a vagina. Trans Michiganders all gather around. It's some like fucking musical, like Music Man. Dun 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 dun. Trans Michiganders. I'm stupid.
Passing
Stupider for listening
legislation to protect trans Michiganders, and that isn't going to stop.
Cool. So you're not going to stop trying to cut off girls' tits and boys' peepees. That's great. Very comforting. Any takers from Michigan? I will say this, not just because I live here. There's two places where if you want freedom in the United States, if you want to insulate, when I say insulate, if you want to protect yourself, your property rights, if you want to protect yourself from this kind of insanity and you still want to live in the United States, it's Florida or Texas. It really is. Most other states are compromised in serious ways. I'm not saying Florida and Texas are perfect, but man, a lot of these other places are just fucking gone. Like, you don't want to raise kids there. Who wants to raise fucking kids unless you're in the middle of the woods and you're homeschooling? Fucking crazy, man. Gets cold up there early, eh? Shit. Man. Wild stuff. Absolutely. Gonzies. All right, hashtag get swole for a chance to win today's swole card. Why is that not looking sharp? We want it to be sharp. It doesn't want to be sharp. No focus. It's all good. Hashtag get swole for a chance to win today's swole card. Let's do a throwback first, and then we'll give away the swole card. We'll do the throwback first. All right. Let's see. Whoa, what we got here?
about me, like even online, they're like, oh, like you're unhealthy, like you must eat too much, all these things.
Well, you do.
And not once in their thick skull can they even imagine that maybe I actually have a medical condition that keeps me fat.
I'm going to call massive bullshit on this. Who wants to guess that it's thyroid? Yeah, because the thyroid caused this, not the terrible habit.
Like nobody ever thinks that.
No, why would they?
They can never think in their right mind, like maybe I have a mental health issue.
I'm sure they think about that.
Uh-oh, retard alert.
There's a reason why I cope with food. And this is my way of coping with life.
Oh.
You are a sad sack of shit.
This is how I cope with my life. So if I say that you're fat and you don't eat healthy, I'm insulting your method of, it's the same thing with pharmaceuticals, right? You're a mean person. If I say you're not depressed, you have terrible fucking lifestyle habits, you trash your body, you surround yourself with shitty fucking people, you never get sun, you're absolutely miserable, you have no purpose in life, and you wonder why you feel bad. You wonder why your mood sucks. You eat garbage, you're on social media all the time, you stare at a fucking television all the time. You get told what to do and you're in a fucking building in a cubicle with fluorescent lights. I'm not surprised you feel depressed or you have attention issues. You know, this is self-inflicted. You trash your body, your lifestyle sucks, and then you want to hide behind some kind of like victim shield of something a psychiatrist just wants to peddle you. These are just things that are going to keep you on a subscription. They're not going to get you better. They're actually going to make you more sick. So solve the problems. Follow the 7 pillars. Join the fam. Stop being retarded. Join us and start taking care of your health today. Let's fucking go. Enough of this bullshit. All right. Thanks for being here, Beaches. Let's give away today's swole card. Hashtag get swole. Hard to see, a little blurry. It's all good. We don't need to see it. You know what get swole means. Why is that not? I don't know. This is not my camera. This is like a webcam. So it's not, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. All right. Today's winner is, well, rocking it. Let's see. Scroll and catch that. Capture it. Martial Arts Mama. Congratulations. Martial Arts Mama getting swole. Ayo. Very nice. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@snormus.com. Swole card 3406 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email, and we'll get you this swole card. Fam, we got new releases over there at papaswolio.com. Just go give it a look. Oh, we got buy one, get one fitty over there. We got Creatine Barrel, Fuck Your Pumpkin Spice. It's pumpkin spice season. We got all our best sellers. Buy one, get one 50% off everything. Everything on the site. Jack-o'-lantern. We got the pumpkin head go to the fucking gym. We got so many cool fucking designs. The best sellers are off the charts. And of course, we also have the Scalp Seed Main Gains and Bull Cream. You could check all that out. papaswolio.com. The buy one, get one 50% off is only on merch. It's on mugs. It's on flags, on ringtones. It's not on the hair and body care, but you can get free shipping if you buy any 3. So go and check out all the new drops over at papaswolio.com. Big specials going on, of course. Join the fam over at swolenormousx.com to get access to the app and all the new drops. We had new yoga. We have full programs. Jump on Maximum Swole, 90-day dash. Start one of our shoulder awareness, glute awareness programs to help improve your mobility. We got the knee, ankle, and hip mobility master classes to get your joints in order. We got so many programs. Scorched Earth, Swole Season. It's all available in the Swolenormous app. Go check it out. swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, deuce, Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stocks crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in a fanny pack, couple hundred in a Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made, that's a bag.
Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Off topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.